What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes. And today we are doing a quick vibe check on the market. It is today at 7:12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and in about 48 minutes we do have the Rewind Collective new cards. So it has Mulan, Pocahontas, Joan of Arc, Harriet Tubman, and all the other characters are going to be there in the cards. I gave my price prediction already, in case you guys didn't know. Just the general breakdown is I do think a lot of these cards are probably going to go anywhere between 300 to 500, maybe pushing 600 at like the 24-hour mark after the drop. I think there's just so much sell pressure in the market. There's not a lot of people buying. The market's been pretty bearish for 2 months, and I know a lot of people, at least in my community personally, that have put hundreds if not thousands of dollars into other projects currently that is just hot right now, mostly HRO, maybe Illuvium and some other projects. But as of right now, it does seem like Veve has just been in a downtrend for a while. I do think these cards are going to do extremely well long term, but for the most part, I do think they're probably only going to go for, they could go well above 600 initially, or well below 300 initially as well, just because the market's just going to do weird things. But I do think roughly about a day after the drop, I do think most of the cards are probably going to settle anywhere between 300 to 500, maybe pushing 600. I do think like Mulan and maybe like Queen Elizabeth might go beyond that, maybe Harriet Tubman, just because they're probably the most recognized internationally, with Queen Elizabeth probably being the most recognized internationally. But anyway, we're going to do a quick vibe check on the market, and my last stream has been a ton of fun. There were so many people donating. If you guys do want to kind of help out the cause, help support the channel, and you want to do it with NFTs and not so much with money or gems or whatever it is, go ahead and that's my QR code right there. I've already had a couple people send me some comics, which is very gracious of them. And then of course Fastos at 9.9999 million gems. If you guys want to follow me on Veve, I do for the most part I do almost daily posts, but I do want to be more cognizant of that. So I should probably actually pull up the right sites if we want to get going on this. So here we are. We're going to do the top gainers. Let's start with comics first. I know I usually start with collectibles, but we are 14 minutes after the hour, so a little bit of a late start, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and do top losers comic-wise. So Vote Loki comment, wow, all the way down to 5.28 gems. So I've noticed a lot of comics recently are going like well below box price. Some of the ones, I'm not sure if we're going to see them here in the top losers, but I definitely know some of the more recent or like lesser known comics, they're going for like below 5 gems, which is just crazy to think about. So Vote Loki comment is down 62.5%. So it is chilling at 5.28 gems. Amazing Spider-Man 101, the ultra rare. This is the Morbius one, and I do think we're going to see Morbius on here quite a bit because he did spike up a lot. It is a pretty prevalent character. I've talked to some other comic book collector people like in the community. It seems like they pretty much put it not on par with Ghost Rider, but maybe just 1 or 2 pegs down from where Ghost Rider is. Also really depends on how the movie plays out. Is he going to be making multiple appearances in the future? So people are kind of banking on that. I do think Morbius would have done infinitely better if we weren't in a super bearish market, but it is what it is. Avengers 80, so first appearance of Red Wolf, that one is down quite a bit. Spider-Man #1, Alpha Flight, I just noticed none of the graphs are actually getting pulled up right now. That's interesting. Alpha Flight is down as well, 41%. Ultra rare. I actually do really like this comic cover. It actually looks really cool now that I'm like looking at it closer. Spider-Man 361. So we have a whole lot of comics almost across the board that are down as low as 60%. I think these are usually some of the either the newer comics or the common that does have a lot of room to move. But we have 55%, 41%, 40, 36, 35%. Things are spiking down over the last 24 hours. So it does seem like a lot of people are trying to just get as many gems together as possible, because this next drop for Rewind logo is 90 gems. I mean, that is a pretty high box price. Like even Disney only does 60, Marvel usually does 50. And all that stuff. So I do think people are trying to just scrounge together as many gems as they can, especially last minute. Like the drop is happening in less than an hour. So I think people are just trying to scrounge together as many gems as they can to potentially hit that box price for the most part. So yeah, and Daredevil number 25, uncommon going down to 10 gems. Deadpool, uncommon, 1997, #1. That's the first appearance of Blind Owl. That one is also down 27% as well. So let's go ahead and look at the comics. Let's see the top gainers. Let's go ahead and see some winners here. I do have a feeling we're going to see quite a few here. And again, so we're looking here, we just saw an entire wall of lots and lots of comics going from anywhere between like 40 to 25% off and going even further down. But if we start off with the comics, The very first one is only going for in the mid-teens, then it's going to go down from here. So interesting enough, Marvel Premiere number 21, first appearance of Mighty Knight. This one actually went up $2, so it's up to 14 right now. Fantastic Four, 265. Which one is this? Okay, She-Hulk is up as well, 13%. The What If series, the 105. The first appearance of Mayday Parker, or some people might know her as Spider-Girl. So that one is up $8. Strange Academy number 1 secret rare actually went up 71 gems. So it looks like it was $490 at one point. Now it's actually up to $560. Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16, Monica Rambeau. Okay, so the ultra rare is up as well. So is the common, the uncommon, for some. Oh no, Fantastic Four number 12, common. So this is the fight between Thing and Hulk. Okay, now the charts are loading. So Tales of Suspense. I think this will probably be the last one I cover. So not much room going on here. Oof, man. Tales of Suspense rare. Hawkeye, first appearance of Hawkeye, really jumped off. I mean, now it was hitting basically December prices for a brief bit. Now it actually finally went back up 5 gems. So according to this, I think it's maybe it's detecting this dip. That was over a week ago. So yeah, maybe at one point this was going for about 37 gems. Now it's back up to 42. Yeah, comics are getting really, really cheap, and that's why, for the most part, pretty much people that have been asking me what I'm doing on my streams, I've been telling them, like, to be honest, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting until we probably get a little bit closer to MTL, maybe Q system, maybe Master Collector program. When that's finally rolled out, people are going to be more enticed to actually start buying things, because now when you actually start seeing a little Master Collector number next to your collectibles, or you get to see your overall rank, that might encourage people to start buying and put themselves in a higher rank for the Master Collector program. But as of right now, there's just very little to no buy pressure in the market. It's definitely a buyer's market right now, but everyone's just selling what they can, just trying to just liquidate every NFT that is somewhat profitable. So the biggest drop off, which is, I don't want to say no surprise, I do know some people that got caught up with the whole craze that, oh my god, China now has Veve. Even when Veve was in the US for quite some time, it did take a while for people to kind of catch on, right? It was like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months before people really started catching on here in the US. So could be the same scenario here in China. So I do think a lot of the pumps we might see here is typically like Voltron, Ultraman, maybe Pilly Fantasy, but probably mostly Ultron. I do know a couple people that bought Ultron because they heard of the China getting the app, and then they got caught holding the bag. So it happens. Lions United comment is actually down 53% from 24 hours ago, but this chart doesn't really reflect that. I mean, it's talking about, just want to double check to make sure this is set up for 24 hours and not like a week ago or something on accident. Okay, so it is 24 hours ago. So maybe there's one listing that was super low an hour ago, or maybe one person that just heavily undercut. Maybe it's a single listing at 339, who knows. Smork and Labbit Red is down 33%. John F. Walker is down 27%, so it's at 22 gems. Storm Queen of Wakanda is down to 55 gems, so right now it's barely above box price, so it's 27% down. So yeah, I would say this last day or so, especially this drop, there's been a pretty hard downturn on a lot of collectibles, especially as you guys saw with comics. A lot of comics hitting in the 40s, 30s, and mid to high 20s a lot of time. And we're looking at collectibles now, and a lot of collectibles are down again in the 30s, the high 20s, eventually getting down into the mid 20s. So it's actually quite a bit across the board. Back to the Future poster. The rare is also down 26%. Ultraman poster is down 26%, so it's at 47 gems right now. Snickering Toby, this is the secret rare, slowly approaching 100 gems right now. So this could be one of the first secret rare collectibles that we have that's going to be under 100 gems and kind of just chill there, which it was. Wow, it actually was below 100 gems for a brief period of time, at 99 and at 92 gems. So maybe that's just kind of the artificial wall that the community has made about, hey, if there's a secret rare below 100 gems, I'm just going to buy it, right? I'm just gonna sorry, I'm just avoiding Toby pretty much at all costs. I don't see a lot of value in owning him. If you guys like him, go for it, but for me personally, I'm not too into it. Red Rum down 25% as well. Lenectra, I don't know if I'm actually going to keep calling it that, but the rare is actually down to 20 gems as well. Wow. Yeah, this thing is just really getting sold up at this point. This is why pretty much across the board, even like Black Panther, going down to 40 gems. Everything's just getting sold off. So that's why it's like, hey, I'm not buying anything. I do think if there's a market reversal, or if there is some buying pressure happening in the market, it's going to be somewhat gradual. You'll have at least a few days to kind of get ready for it. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if we're going to wait all the way till MTL, or if it's going to be Q system or whatever it is. But as it is, it just seems like any purchase that I've made over even the last like couple weeks, things are just continually dropping 10, 15, 20, 25%. It's just like, oh, if I just waited, I could have bought 2 or another one, or, you know, whatever it is. So I'm just waiting. So right now I'm just encouraging people, not encouraging people, just letting them know what I'm doing personally. And hey, if you got thousands of gems, just wait, because you never know. If you wanted to buy 2 golden moments, you might wait a couple weeks. Heck, you can buy three of the golden moments. You can buy the same 2 that you wanted originally, and maybe a third one that is a bit cheaper if you just wait. So I do think right now it is definitely a buyer's market. So we're gonna switch over to top gainers. On the hour, so we have OG Devil Bunny. Wow. So, and you can already see too, the top gainers for both comics as well as collectibles start at the mid-teens, and it works their way down pretty drastically. When we look at the top losers, it's starting at the 40 and 30%, and it's slowly going down all the way down to like the mid-25s. So OG Devil Bunny is up 5 gems, up to 32, and it seems like, I mean, we're looking at the pricing here too. A lot of the stuff that's pumping is stuff that's like below 40 gems. Right, so it's like 32 gems, 30 gems, 80. A lot of stuff it's like below 100 gems, or like below 32 gems. So Aquaria, Oceana, Serena. So is that Serena? Sirena? I don't know what that is. But yeah, so a lot of this is, interestingly enough, it seems like a lot of the Mermacornos, as well as like the Unicornos, were getting bought up. It seems like it's mostly Mermacornos too, no Unicornos. So who knows if this is either bot activity, or people transferring gems from one account to another, or people are just buying up a lot of the cheapest, the 2.5% fee NFTs to kind of like, again, help with the transfers and stuff. So I'm just not necessarily sure why. Or again, it could be MCP. People are buying these up because they're the cheapest. Mermacornos are still one of the cheaper MCP points you can get. I still think like stamps and a few other things are still technically better, like gem for gem, but I think the Unicornos are still relatively cheap. Finn Mertens up to 80 gems. That's nice. I remember actually buying him a week ago for like 72 or something like that. Gary Frank Batman up to 157, so he's up 14%. Alligator Loki's Secret Rare. Looks like once it went down to basically 130 gems, people were just saying, all right, that's just way too low. Or once it reached like 1,400 gems, people were just saying, okay, that's way too low. We're going to buy it up at this point. So you can see the pricing. Yeah, Secret Rare Alligator Loki's actually been holding decently well. So there's Bigfoot. Marceline is also up 11%. OG Devil Bunny Red. And I think at this point, the list is just repeating for the most part. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So actually, maybe we'll cover golden moments. Of course, you got to cover golden moments really quick. Or not. Let's see here. Maybe if we switch from like that. All right, there we go. Partner statue all the way down to 18.8 or 18.9 K right now for partner statue. Wally's just chilling at 500. C3PO's at 1900. Not seeing a whole lot of market movement with the golden moments. Actually, hardly seeing like any movement. Timon and Pumbaa dude moved down finally below 200 gems. It seems Cogsworth and Luminaire. Gosh, I remember these guys were like approaching 200. Now they're all the way back down to 120. Looks like they might touch 100 gems here in the next couple weeks, especially if there's some big IP drops. Avengers logo down 10%. Mickey's hat down 10%. Donald and Daisy now at 512. Gosh, I remember buying these for, I think I bought mine at 18 or 1900 gems, still holding it. So it's just crazy to think that who would have thought that the best move to make on Veve was to basically sell most of your stuff at any point in February and just wait a whole month, 2 months, and then just buy the same stuff all over again. Who would have thought? Chippendale down to 400. Flounder and Sebastian at 150. Yeah, Flounder and Sebastian was at 250 at one point. I think even getting at like 260, but now it's all the way back down to 150. And this is why I'm just suggesting, hey, if you guys do want to put a significant amount of money or fiat into some of these NFTs, like I would just wait. Honestly, just wait. I do think some of these could get much cheaper, especially if we get, I do think like one of the bigger nails that could hit the coffin is like if we get another golden moment set like late April, and then now we get another 5 or 6 of them, just depending on how many get released, and that's going to really affect the golden moments, at least in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We have a little bit of a late start. I do want to get this video out to you guys before the market closes for the most part. So yeah, if there's any other NFTs you guys want me to cover, I know I haven't been as consistent as I probably could be with the vibe checks like on the market. So if you guys do want me to cover certain NFTs, just let me know and I'll do it next time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care. Double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over, and good luck on the drop. Hope you guys get one.